A plus to it is actually having screenshots of your charts of those trades. You know, when you after analyzing, like when you finish analyzing the market and then you take the trade, for me, I advise, because I do it more often and it helps me, a screenshot or save that chart and add it to my journal. So whenever I'm back testing during the week, I'll come back. There should be discipline, and when discipline comes in, timing comes in. Time is not a friend of anyone. You should have a time around everything you do. A time to review your trade, a time to analyze the market, a time to backtest that. Now, when you can't control your emotions as a trader, you go suffer, baba, you go suffer. If you have anger issues, the market will bring it out. If you are greedy, the market will bring it out. If you have annual coup for the Igbo people, your mind go dey, bro. Hi traders, welcome to the channel. So today's video I'll be talking about 5 habits you should keep up to that can make you profitable in the long run. So the first habit, which is very important, is journaling your trades, which is having a trading journal. Very important. So I will advise you, in journaling your trade, don't make it or don't get it complicated. First of all, you should use either Excel sheet or a notebook. Actually, I mostly use Excel sheets or Google Docs to mark out or journal my trades, my day-to-day trades. Now, journaling your trades, now, as I said, don't make it complicated. The date, the time if necessary, the pair you took, profits and losses, and then the why around that trade, which is why you took the trade. And after that, then the outcome of the trade, if it was a loss or a profit, and then how much you made during or while you took that trade. You get? So don't make it complicated. Don't overdo things. Just these things I've mentioned, which is the date you took the trade, the pair you took, the profits realized, then why did you take that trade, and at the end, the realized profit or loss. Again, this will actually help you in the long run and make your journaling a very, very good one. A plus to it is actually having screenshots of your charts of those trades. You know, when you after analyzing, like when you finish analyzing the market and then you take the trade, for me, I advise, because I do it more often and it helps me, a screenshot or save that chart and add it to my journal. So whenever I'm back testing during the week, I'll come back to it. So that's it for journaling. So the next one is having a trading routine. That is number 2. Having a trading routine. This one also is not, forget the grammar. It's actually you having time for everything. You get? As a trader, there should be discipline. And when discipline comes in, timing comes in. Time is not a friend of anyone. So you should have a time around everything you do. A time to review your trade, a time to analyze the market, a time to backtest, and a lot of things. Time to do your day-to-day activities. Find balance around your activities, your work, your school, and then trading. Balancing everything together. That is it. Having a very good routine will help you to become profitable as a trader. It's not that you just analyze the market randomly, take trades anyhow. Yeah, there should be a timing to everything. So that's it for trade routine. So the next one here, we have respecting your risk. I've been hammering this thing, or I've been hammering on this point even in my trading channel, which is risk management, respecting your risk. Now, there's this saying, or there's this popular information out there, which is you risking 1% or 2%, 1 to 2% per trade. Yet, risking 1 to 2% per trade in your little account will seem impossible, or it's not impossible, but it's not reasonable. Imagine someone using $100 account. I say she risks 1% or 2%. That you mean the person should be risking $1 or $2 per trade. It's not really reasonable for those using small accounts. I think that rule is applicable to those using bigger accounts to trade. So what I would say, for your $100 account, you can split it into 5. You get split it into 5 to move gradually. But if you want to increase the pace of how you move, you can increase it into 10. But I think splitting into 5 will help you, which is making it you risking $5 per trade. You get $5 per trade will keep you in the market, which means you have to hit stop loss, or you have to lose 20 times to lose that $100. I think that's a reasonable amount. So when you have a risk reward ratio of 1:2 and you stick to it, which is $5 to make $10 and something like that, you get, it's a reasonable amount, not saying risking 1%, 2%. It's a good rule, but it's applicable. For me, I think it's applicable to the big boys in the market. So respect your risk. Have a particular risk management plan for yourself. Don't over risk, don't over leverage, don't increase your lot sizing for those that trade forex. Losing trades is part of the game. So don't say You lose today, you want to recover tomorrow, you double your risk, or you double the money you use in trading. You get no consistency. For me, consistency is the main keyword for a profitable trader. If you are consistent in anything you do, you are consistent in your risk management, you are consistent in your trading routine, you are consistent in your journaling, profits will come on its own. You yourself, you'll be shocked. Is it not this one thing I've been doing on and on and on, and it was not working, and all of a sudden it begins to work? To start working effortless. So consistency is very important. You get, when you do one thing consistently, you will definitely find your feet in that thing you do. So now the fourth one, which is very important, and I believe even your big mentors are also suffering from it, is the market emotional control. Or let me just say emotional control. Mastering your emotional, I'll just say having emotional control in general. That's the fourth one. It's very important. Even the big traders sometimes face stuff like that. Now, when you can't control your emotions as a trader, you go suffer, baba. You go suffer. You go suffer. If you have anger issues, the market will bring it out. If you are greedy, the market will bring it out. If you have anyuku for the Igbo people, your mind go day, bro. When you enter market, my guy will say, Ajay, bro, you go suffer. You go suffer. So having emotional issues as a trader, you see traders having maybe 2 to 3 stop losses maybe in a week, or whenever they hit stop loss, they will look for something to spoil. They can break their phone immediately. They can break their laptop. They can break televisions. They can just cause chaos, which is not actually good for a trader. You get, some traders hit stop loss and take their car 120, 150 speed limits on the road and end up killing themselves. So emotional control is very important, because the market will actually bring out that your bad character. That your bad character will, if you say nobody know about, the market will bring them out, show you for your face. So now having emotional control will help you a lot as a trader. Master it, you get. Master it and know how to walk around it. Don't chase losses, you get. Don't revenge trade whenever you hit the stop loss. Don't step away from the screen after 2 bad trades, which means, and I said it in one of my shots, I said, don't leave the market for so long. When you hit stop losses, try to go back and review why did you hit, or why did you lose that trade. You get, this market don't really care about your emotions, so it's just left for you to master it. And once you master it, you have an edge. See that edge that I've been saying, traders need edge, trader needs edge. When you master that emotional control, you have an edge. That should be your own edge too when you master it, because many big traders out there are still suffering this particular stuff. So the next one on my list is reviewing, learning, and adapting weekly. Also one of my shorts, I said, I believe that the market evolves every month and every week. So either you're having a good trade or a good week, either you're having a good trading week or a bad trading week, what you should do at every time, or me mostly the weekends, I take it to review my trades. I go back to those winning streaks, I go back to those losing streaks, I go back to those losing trades, go back to those ones we closed early, go back to those ones we closed at break even, and I review and refine my strategy. If I show you my charts of 2020, 2023, 2024, you can compare it to my current chart 2025. And that's how we continue to go. Trading one particular setup or one particular strategy, but refining your entry, refining your strategy as time goes on is what is going to help you as the time goes on. So during that reviewing, or during that learning time, or during that your quiet time that you go back to check your trade, you find out that you now notice or see what works for you. You know the percentage or the win rate of a so and so setup that you use more often, and then you now choose to stick with it. You know what works for you. You know when you break your rules. That is when you are reviewing it. You know, this trade I broke my rules, I should not do it again. Find ways to walk around it, and then you prepare for the next week. I bet you when you keep these 5 things, you keep on doing these 5 things, especially this 5th one, you are reviewing your trades, reviewing your week as it went. You see improvement week by week, month by month, and I believe this should help everyone out there. So I believe I've shared knowledge, I've helped you, I've opened your eyes to something you don't know before. So the only way you can thank me is actually to like, subscribe, share, and see you on the next one. Peace.